Hello my diamond art friends, my name is Ilene and welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you for your continued support and friendship. For this video, I'm going to be doing a couple things. First, I'm going to be doing my spin to see who is the winner for my half of March Mayhem, and letting you know what that prize will be. I will be doing kind of an update on what's going on with me, and depending on how long that will take, I will do my, what I was going to do last month, which was a WIP&CHAT and Women's History Month and notable women in history. But it might be too much, so I'm going to see what I can do. I am not trying to just do it all at once, but I thought, well, depending on how the video goes, I could make it a long one, but we're gonna see. Because I do have some things I want to talk about, and wanted to do my spin. I do hope that everyone is doing well, so I am gonna start off with my my spin for March Mayhem. So I co-hosted March Mayhem with Diamond Painting with Jack, and I couldn't have asked for a better person to co-host with. She is so amazing and shows such kindness and grace to everyone. She is just a lovely, amazing person. And I feel really blessed to have met her in this diamond painting community. There are a handful of people that I have met in this community that I am so very thankful that I've gotten to know them, and it is because of diamond painting. And I just wanted to share that, since there seems to be a lot of negativity in the diamond painting community of late, and it's just really sad and disheartening to see. So anyway, let's get on to happier things. So we co-hosted together. It was a fun event. We did different challenges that lasted a week, and I felt like it went really well. We had 6 people that completed the challenges and completed their canvases, and so I have put their names into the wheel. Wait, I'm missing one. I gotta add one. Hold on, I missed one. Oh, I gotta go back. I gotta edit. I forgot one person. And so anyway, okay, there we go. I got them all now. But now I need to mix it, and that's not gonna work. I need to change that color. Let's see if I can. Text color. No, background color. I need to change the background color of this one because it came up right next to the same color as the other one. So we are going to do this one. Perfect. Got it now. So I feel just so great. Let me save it now. Okay, it's saved. Go back. All right, it's ready for me. All right, anyway, so let me just show before I spin what the people that completed the challenges and canvases are entitled to win. They were the only canvases that I also saw that were completed. So if you weren't competing in the challenges and you completed a canvas, and if it wasn't in the completion album, I didn't put your name in there and I didn't see any. So anyway, so I decided I would like to give a Raven Diamond Art canvas that I haven't shown yet on my channel. But what I wanted to do was give the winner the opportunity to pick one of 2 canvases. So they can either choose the following canvases, and hopefully I'll be able to show them. If not, I'll try to figure it out. But anyway, this is called Nightfall, and it is a 50 by 40. Or they can choose Nice Kitty, which I'm trying to get in the screen here. Nice Kitty, which is also a 50 by 40. So you'll be able to choose one or the other. I'll send those to you. I'm also going to be gifting, now I will say this, Mins, if you win, I'll figure out something else. But anyway, from True Vampire Art, I have one of her pens that I want to give and one of her coffin trash minders. I have several of these and I love them. And they're always really well made. And I love her pens because they're so light and they're really easy on my hands. And look at this, isn't this a gorgeous color? I might end up purchasing like that one for myself. Anyway. All right, and then I also will be gifting some of the release paper that Jack and I had made from Bee's Crafty Corner on Etsy. And don't be surprised if you get more release paper in your little package with some of my creator friends in there. So let's go ahead and spin and we're gonna see who wins. And as I said, if Mins you win, I'll come up with something else for the pen and the trash minder. But anyway, let's see who wins. Oh, it looks like Mary, and so that's Mary Hastings. You won. Mary, I had an issue with the address you sent me for the last one, and I finally figured it out today. So I am just gonna see if I can pop this stuff into that box because I have to go to the post office tomorrow. So anyway, congratulations, Mary. Thank you, everyone who participated. And I know Jack will be doing her drawing super, super soon. All right, so let me move all of this over. And so, Mary, well, I guess I won't be able to mail it to you until you get back to me to let me know which Raven Diamond Art canvas you want. The Kitty, Nightfall, or Nice Kitty. I was going to say Night Kitty. That's where my brain is right now. Okay. I am working on right now a Lethal Healer from Rokari. I had stopped this one because I was going into February and I had my event, which I totally failed on, and I again am really, really sorry about that. My mental health took a real big hit or dive, and I'm still not like even close to like 100%. If I was gonna score like where I am like emotionally or how I'm feeling, I would probably give myself a 70. And I'm working on it and it's getting better and I feel better. But I'll kind of get into that in just a minute. But anyway, I restarted this one this week and oh my gosh, it is such a joy to do. The drills are amazing. The colors are amazing. Everything's fitting together. I'm in love already, and I'm not even halfway through this canvas. I'm hoping I can finish it by the end of the month, but we'll see. So let me get myself together, and I'm gonna move this down now. I am gonna be using my pen that I purchased during the pink and black event from Zodiac Shadows. I love this pen too. I'm gonna be using some trays from different creators. So anyway, that's all just for like the pen wise. This is from the pink and black event. I do like this pen a lot. I've been using Min's pens the most, but I changed this to this the other day. Anyway, all right, so let's get started. I think I'll start with the little, whatever that is. And then I'll start talking about like my last couple months and what's, you know, not giving a lot of like things because a lot of stuff is kind of personal and doesn't need to be broadcast to everybody on YouTube, but I do just want to kind of give an update. So as you all know, because I kind of made that known, my pop was in the hospital for part of February, and you know, that was a little bit draining, but even before that, I was kind of feeling kind of down, feeling a little kind of down in the dumps. I couldn't get myself kind of in a better headspace. no matter what I tried. Just things didn't seem like they were going really well for me, like emotionally. And then my pop went into the hospital, and it just exacerbated my anxiety, especially. When they were here, are an hour away from me and my parents, and it's hard because you want to be able to help like them, but you also have to work, and you have to like, anyway. You're trying to save your time because, you know, your sister's wedding's coming up, and if you take your time for, you know, helping your parents, you don't have time to, you know, that time you'd need to go for the wedding, and you have to pay your bills, and you have to, you know, be an adult. And anyway, so that was weighing on me a little bit. You know, he was in the hospital several days and ended up coming home, and he needed IV antibiotics for the next 28 days. My mom was able to quickly learn how to do that, and my mom, I don't want to say nursed my dad back to health, but my dad had a pretty horrible accident in 1979 where he needed care. And my mom was the person that was helping him. And between my mom and dad, he rehabbed, you know, physically, and my father for like having that like issue going forward after 1979. Just really, you would not know that he ever had, like, yes, you knew something had happened, but like that never stopped him from doing anything. But I will say this time, when my dad was hospitalized, I saw him get emotional, which my dad's always been like the tough one. And anyway, and you can't make it better, you know. I could not help him. He's getting older, and you know, you just, I would do just anyway, it was a lot. And more for him and my mom than me. But anyway, so she did really well with that, and I did give him his IV the last 2 Saturdays, just so my mom could go and do like her bingo and stuff like that. But anyway, they're back in New York, and they're doing well. They're doing better. Anyway, so as I said, for me, it was more of just like everything, like how I was feeling emotionally, how like life seemed to be going, seemed to be a lot. Also during that time, it was supposed to be the time to get fitted for the bridesmaids' dresses. I am in the wedding, and you know, my dad's in the hospital and he's been sick, and my number one priority was my, you know, getting to my parents on my only day off on Saturdays and spending time with them, because they don't come to Florida but a couple months a year now, and really after this year, maybe not ever again. And I like my Saturdays with my parents. I love spending time with them. I find my parents to be, you know, these calming forces in my life, and it's nice to just be around them whenever I can be. So I did not go for the fitting for the bridesmaid's dress right away, and I know that was something my sister was concerned about. But my priority was my father, our father, and yeah, that's all. I did go and get fitted. I have the dress. It's here. I have, you know, the appointment in a couple weeks for the alterations. If it needs it. I think the only thing that's going to need to be altered is the length, because I am a shorty. I'm 5'2". And I had to get a larger size than I thought I needed, and not that that upset me, honestly. I'm not, okay, here's the thing. Okay, so now I gotta go to another story. Okay, so not only in this time did like my dad get home, and I'm worried about, you know, figuring out like when to go for the bridesmaid's dress, because like literally when I get done with work, I'm exhausted. The last thing I wanna do is travel into Tampa to one of the busiest parts of town at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or evening, or whatever you want, early evening, whatever it is for you, and go and try on dresses. And Saturdays, while my parents were here, I was not going to miss a visit with them. I just wasn't. I did end up making an appointment on a Friday afternoon when I got out of work, because I got out of work at 3. Made my appointment, went over there, you know, just so, you know, it was done after my parents went back to New York. So anyway, or no, it was the week before, but anyway, because I didn't want to miss it. And, you know, I don't want to give my family more anxiety, my sister more anxiety, worried about whether or not I'm going to get to things on time. But anyway, I did it. Anyway, so during that time as well, I get a text message from my doctor's office. The nurse practitioner who I've been seeing the last 2 years is leaving for promotion within that hospital group. It's Tampa General Hospital Group, whatever. Anyway, she got a promotion, and so the appointment that I had upcoming, where I was going to talk to her about possibly, like, I'm not even gonna say I'm ashamed of it. I take a medication to help with my depression and anxiety. I need it. Anyway, you know, was leaving, and so, you know, they're canceling your appointment, and you can choose to leave if you want, or you can, you know, stay on and see the person that's replacing her. But they didn't like just give you an appointment. You have to tell them you want to switch. Like, it isn't like, okay, you know, let's just say, you know, nurse practitioner Jane is leaving. Now you know, we're gonna have now, you know, nurse practitioner, you know, Bob is starting, you know, we're gonna just put you in there. No, you actually have to tell them you want an appointment. Which, okay, I get it. You don't want to put somebody in there and them just no call, no show. I get it. All right. So, you know, I had to get on the portal and explain I needed, you know, I wanted to talk to her, and I didn't, you know, want to start with somebody new and have to explain things all over again, even though I know I'm going to have to do it with a new provider. It's just, you know, I was planning on waiting until my appointment to ask for increased insistence with my medicine, because she had asked me before about increasing it, and I told her no, I felt really good, and I did at the time. I felt good. I no longer felt good, but I was going to try to stick it out until my appointment, but that wasn't going to happen. So luckily, you know, she agreed to, you know, just increase it a little, yeah, so that's okay. But here's the thing about those kinds of medications. Okay, one of the side effects is weight gain. Okay, and I was like, I've never had this problem before, but yeah, I am gaining weight. I mean, I'm not like, but I will say that over the last, I want to say probably 5 or 6 months, maybe, I've gained 15 pounds. And not that I'm upset about it, because I've always been super thin. I'm not upset. It's just more like, you know, you're already feeling bad. So why not like give a person like a belly, like, and like, but whatever. Anyway, so I am going to start not pushing myself, but I used to be like someone who was very active, like to go for walks. I was a jogger, and I stopped. I got depressed and I stopped. And then when I felt better, I still didn't like motivate to get out and get myself some walking time in. So I am going to be restarting that, and hopefully in hopes that that does help pep me up some, because I don't want to end up going like sliding back. I already did that, right? Like the depression and anxiety that was starting in February that I didn't really realize was happening, and kind of exacerbated and kind of stayed forefront when my dad ended up in the hospital. But it was happening before that. Now I'm kind of taking like a little bit more notice about like what triggers certain things. Is it a food I'm eating, or a situation, or what? So that I can better deal with it. I've been able to recognize some things, and not that I'm avoiding them, but like I'm trying to at least recognize that certain things may have a certain effect on me. So I'm working on that, and I've been really fortunate that I've been able to talk to like my love about it. He's been super supportive. And then my brother Irv, has been super supportive. And I appreciate that about him. And actually, in an extension, I will also say his wife, because just I'm worried about how much it's going to cost me to go to the wedding. You know, flight, I'm gonna have to get a rental car, a hotel room for 2 nights, because, you know, whatever. And she works at a hotel chain, and luckily, you know, found us a hotel where we're all staying at the same hotel and chilling together. Yes, I am in the wedding and they're not, but at least like I'll be able to spend some of my offish time with them and their daughters, which will be nice. I'm not used to a lot of the noise, and I will have to kind of explain that like to them. Like you know, when you don't, and I don't know, many of you have children or whatever, like you're used to like the noise and the hustle and bustle of like having like all of that around you. I'm not. So I get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed because I'm not around it. You know, especially if it gets noisy. I don't like a lot of noise, and part of that is like perimenopause, which is also what I'm going through, which is part of the reason why my emotions are all over the place. You know, the not sleeping and always being hungry, which is part of the antidepressant, but also part of like a symptom of perimenopause. Anyway, so it's a lot, and I'm learning a lot, and I'm trying to adjust and just kind of get myself together. And I know there are people out there that have far bigger problems than I do, health-wise, you know, emotionally, but I just, you know, kind of don't want to be like a person that, you know, also just kind of like thinks that there aren't any, you know, like, I'm not going to hide the fact that I have this, you know, that I have, that many people do. And I don't think it makes me a weak person to come out and say, sometimes I'm overwhelmed. And I know what happens when I get overwhelmed. I start to shut down. That's what I'm trying to correct or avoid. I've gotten better in the respect of I don't shut down any longer when my love and I like disagree or I'm feeling whatever. Like I talked to him about it. I promised him I would do that, and I have done it, and he's been doing that with me because we're both guilty of that actually. And but I shut down and like a lot, not like that I don't go to work, not that I don't like live my life. It's just I just end up not having energy to do the things that I like to do, which are, as I mentioned before, was like walking and jogging, and then diamond painting, like that got affected during like everything, even in March, even when I was doing the event with Jack. And luckily, she was amazing about everything. And there are more things going on than what I'm really wanting to reveal because, some things in life have to stay super private. I'll be as open as I can be without, overdoing it. Like my life is an open book. My life is not an open book. Some things like in this YouTube world, I'm just not gonna reveal. But anyway, so so I've been kind of trying to get in a better headspace, and just when I think I'm getting a kind of like in a super duper better headspace, I see like some of the stuff going on in the diamond painting community, which is extremely toxic. And I'm just going to say what I have to say about that here and kind of just leave the video where it is, and then just do my WIP&CHAT on Women's History Month like tomorrow, and kind of backtrack because I don't want to like say what I got to say for this and then it gets to oh, let's talk about this now. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of talk about that. I'm not gonna give the details. All I'm going to say is to whomever the person is that would screenshot something from a private group and send it to another person, and then that person not even reach out to the poster, of that post, even though they know of each other and, have exchanged personal messages before, and then maybe I'm using a dramatic word, but attack this person in your group when you try to say, oh, we're going to do like, we want to be a positive place. Unfortunately, that makes you look like a really small person. And I'm not looking for comments about it here because honestly, I haven't been answering, commenting or responding to comments on YouTube. I am just going to say shame on that person that did that. The fact that you obviously are taking pleasure in something that, and honestly, the post that you screenshot and shared with this other person, everything that was said in it was accurate. That video was not only posted in their group on Facebook, but also on TikTok. So, there's that. And then you went ahead and didn't do your own like investigation, or my guess is you're just kind of an evil, disgusting person. And if you're here, I'd like you to see yourself out, because I can't believe, well, I think I can believe, but what would possess someone to be that grimy is beyond me. Especially to someone, or try to like be that deceitful by screenshotting something and not, here, look, I guess I'm looking at it. I'm going to say it like this. The person that made that post, originally that was screenshot, is someone who always shows kindness and acceptance for almost everyone. And when I say almost everyone, some people have done things that have made this person have to kind of be a little guarded. And where I am, like, mental health wise, I can't put myself, like I wasn't going to, like, have people attacking me for just saying what I have to say, but I am going to say it publicly here, and I don't care what the backlash is for me. I will always support this person. This person has shown me nothing but kindness and acceptance. And even though I know that they're dealing with their own, like, personal issues, health-wise, etc., they always show me kindness and friendship. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say. And yeah, that's just too bad that people can't be adults enough to, when they see something that maybe they don't know is 100% accurate, actually doing the appropriate thing, which is reaching out to have a conversation where things can be handled, you know, off like Facebook and off YouTube, where, like, things could have been handled, and a misunderstanding by the person that, you know, did the public post that, you know, was being summarized anyway, would have understood what was happening. And so all I'm gonna say is, and I know that this person said this, and I actually said this to a friend of mine, actually was talking to them about it, that doesn't even do diamond painting, that, and then I saw that it was also posted that there are 3 sides to every story, you know, person A side, person's B side, and then the truth. So, yeah. So I will be seeing myself out of that Facebook group after I get off of here. And I will be just quietly and, you know, showing support, except I'm doing this is public. But yeah, I will not I will not keep myself kind of in a spot that needs to be quiet. I do hope that eventually the person that felt the need to go, you know, behind, you know, be sneaky and do screenshots, and I hope they're super happy and, like, you know, feel really good about themselves, or, and I might even say this, and it might be a little snarky, and then I am going to end this. Geez, I hope for your behavior, you at least got some free product, you know, made it worth your while, or maybe just spreading chaos is what you do, and, you know, you're super proud of yourself, because it's pretty shitty, and makes you a shitty human being. So that's all I gotta say. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. I just want to say to the person that, you know, is being attacked or not even being allowed to stick up for themselves where things are being said, and if you happen to watch this, I hope you know that I support you in any way I can. I haven't commented, like, on Facebook or anything, because, like, I don't want to be just, like, I know it's nice to see all, like, the support, but I also think that if I don't speak out this way more publicly about how I'm feeling, then, you know, I'd rather do that than comment on any private group. So anyway, that's going to be my video. just where I am mentally, spun the wheel. I'll try to do that whip and chat on Women's History Month. I guess it can be Women's History Month whenever I get to it. But yeah, I am gonna close it down. So anyway, I do hope you all have a nice day or night, whatever it is for you. Take care, happy diamond painting, and until my next video, bye.